What is up guys, Troy here, and today I'm going to be talking about this guy right here, PlayStation Vita. Now, it's 2018, and we're getting close to summer of 2018, we're like halfway through. And I just want to know, is this still a viable option for handheld gaming in 2018? And the answer will vary depending on the person. I'm going to give you some reasons as to why I think that you should keep playing it, or go out and pick one up. So, let's get into it. One of the best features of the PlayStation Vita, in my opinion, is remote play. I've had many times where I've been away from my PS4 and really wanted to play a game. I pick up my Vita, open remote play, and I have hours of fun sitting there playing a game like Ghost Recon Wildlands or Far Cry 4 on the go, and it's an amazing experience. But it is hit or miss, and it's hard to say that you should buy the Vita because of this feature. In fact, I have really great internet here where I am on campus, and half the time it doesn't work for me. I don't know why. I have no idea what is the issue with this. I've tried all the different settings, I've been on forums and things. Sometimes remote play works, sometimes it doesn't work. I went to record this clip, and the first time I did it, there was an issue with my camera, but it worked. Remote play was working fine, and I was demonstrating it. Then I went to do it again, and I did it 3 times, and I couldn't get it to work for you guys. So it completely depends on the day, really, and it's not reliable. After all these years, it's still not reliable. So it's hard to say that you should buy the Vita just for this. But when it does work, and if you have a really reliable internet connection at like your personal residence, I'd say go for it. It's an amazing feature. Another great thing about the Vita is if you buy it right now, you still have until March of next year to get free games every month through PlayStation Plus. Now, I can't say that every PlayStation Plus game has been for me, because a lot of the free Vita games simply aren't my cup of tea. But I know that there's a lot of people that will find them entertaining, and that's all that really matters, right? I have a lot of free games that I really enjoy. I've played Monsters Ultimate HD a lot. Muramasa Rebirth is a fantastic one. Ollie Ollie 2 is really good. I really enjoyed Spy Chameleon, Sonic Racing Transformed. Rogue Legacy. Rogue Legacy is fantastic. I've been playing that all the time in my human geography class. I mean, in my spare time, and it's just been great. I really love it. There's also a bunch of games that I've been willing to spend my own money on, which is kind of rare because I've never been much of a handheld gamer. But I've bought games like Tearaway, Final Fantasy X, 10-2 HD Remaster, Guacamelee, Freedom Wars, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, Minecraft, Suikoden, which is the Japanese RPG that I probably just butchered the name of, Nidhogg, like a bunch of great games. One of my favorite games of all time is on this system, and it's Gravity Rush. And Gravity Rush was such an awesome experience on the Vita. I'm so glad that I played it, and I even got it for free back then when it was for free on PlayStation Plus many years ago. Before I even had a Vita, I picked it up because I knew that I always wanted one. So every time that it would come out, like each month, they'd have free Vita games, and I picked them up because I wanted a Vita. And so when I bought the Vita, I had like 20 extra games that I've never played before, ready to go. Vitas these days are really cheap. The system is probably the cheapest thing. The games are pretty expensive, not gonna lie. Owning a Vita these days is tough. If you want new games, be prepared to pay retail for pretty much everything, because even if a game goes used, it's not going to be very cheap. Another thing that you need to look out for is memory cards. Memory cards, memory cards, memory cards. They are atrocious. They are still atrocious. I have a 16 gig card in my system that I purchased for like $40 at one point, and they're still $40. It's 2018. They're still $40. It's awful. But at least I can store a decent amount of games, because a lot of these games are like little indie games and they're kind of smaller. Still a bunch of fun, but it's still annoying that this is happening. I'd say if you want a Vita, a decent memory card, and a couple games, you're looking at 200, maybe 250 if you're pushing it on the memory card and want some more expensive games. A lot of your JRPGs are still up there in price if you're into those. Limited run games, if you want physical, are going to be expensive. It's definitely cheaper to buy digital games with the Vita these days through sales, because sales are better. But then you're paying for that with the price of the memory card. You still have to buy a card no matter what with a Vita 1000, which is what I have, which is the first model of the Vita, because it has no internal storage. So if you want to save your game, you have to have a memory card. But the good news is you can pick up a 2 gig if you want to go strictly physical games. You can pick up a 2 gig memory card pretty cheap. Another thing to mention is that some of the services have already been disabled. So things such as Near, and I believe the Welcome Park apps that come standard on PlayStation Vita are actually discontinued. You can no longer use those. Also, they took out things such as Netflix and YouTube. I don't believe you can use those anymore on the PlayStation Vita. And that's just sad. I don't understand the reason for that. Not like I really watched YouTube or Netflix on my Vita much, but that's not the point. The fact that it was there and was removed is kind of disheartening, and that's never a good sign. But what is a good thing is that you have your PlayStation messages, which is awesome. You can talk to people through your Vita. You have your whole friends list. You have a trophies application. You can join party chat with other people. Like, say if I have friends on my PS4 or PS3. Well, not PS3, because PS3 doesn't have party chat. But if you have a party chat with PS4, you can talk to them. And I've done that before, and it's worked fine. You can also do that with other people that are playing multiplayer Vita games. And this has worked great for games like Freedom Wars, or Minecraft, which is just great for collaboration and talking to people. It's just a really immersive experience on the Vita. So overall, do I recommend the Vita? I don't know. It's really up to you. I'm not a huge handheld gamer, but I've been getting really into it through the helps of games like Rogue Legacy and Suikoden, which is a PS1 game that I've been able to play. It's just a great experience. It's such a good handheld. It fits well in the hand. I love the button layout. I love everything about it. It's a really cool system. I just wish the games weren't so expensive, and I wish that the memory cards weren't so expensive. That's what really holds me back from becoming a really dedicated Vita player. Other than that, it's everything else is just bonus. Remote play is bonus if you have stable internet connection. I can't recommend it for everyone, as I said before. It's tough. It's tricky. It's a good system, though. It's a really good system. I think you should look into it. For the price of a 3DS, you can pick up one of these used these days, and I don't see why you shouldn't. If you're even considering it, if you have the money, go for it. If money's really tight, I don't know if you should. You might stick with what you got. Anyway, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.